Good evening and welcome to Formula Pi Race Round 2, Part 2, in the lovely Pyborg headquarters. We are just settling in and getting ready for the next heat, which is going to be Heat 3 of Round 2. The timer's come up with just a time. Is that going to come up with names as well?
I believe it should.
Good. My name's Claire Pollard. I'll be guiding you through tonight's racing proceedings, and on the other microphone we have Mr. Timothy Freeburn in the corner, who's quite tired.
Hello. I'll check that timer for you.
Thank you, please, if you would. So last night we had a couple of good heats.
There's just a time in the timer, no names.
I need to mute your microphone. I'm not that quick with the buttons. We had some good heats last night. Lots of good racing, and it saw Dyno 2 take their first win, I believe, which is good for them. Gets them higher up the leaderboard. And tonight, this first heat that we've got for you is looking pretty busy. Needless to say, with some really big names in this first heat. Vintage Formula Pi competitors. I've clicked on the spin view. It's a bit slow booting up tonight, but we are here now. We've arrived. So good evening again. First up on the outside, with their first Formula Pi season, it's Team Skedsmo Code Club from Kjella in Norway. It's a code club for kids aged 12 to 15 years. They had their first team racing last night. Did pretty well. I think they got third in their heat. Didn't write their results and didn't check them, which is bad form for me, but good luck. Skedsmo do well tonight, hopefully you will. Next up, Formula Pi veterans, the Halo Goodalls, are back again, currently sitting second in the leaderboards, nibbling at the heels of Swinders, so looking for a good result for them tonight, hopefully to push them up the leaderboard. They came fifth and then third in their previous efforts in Formula Pi, so looking to go better this year, so good luck to the Halo Goodalls. Next up, our current Formula Pi leader, it's Swinders from Waterlooville, who is very much looking forward to his heat tonight, hopefully with good result here where he will extend his lead at the top of the leaderboard, and previously got 9th and 12th in Formula Pi, so I'm really pleased that you're topping the leaderboard this year, because like I keep saying, you're my favourite, don't tell anyone. I'd like you to do really well. Next up, in the lane next door, we have Lambda P Racing, who are currently third in the leaderboard. They are last year's Formula Pi champions. So, like I said, this heat is pretty busy. There's some very, very good competitors in it. Lambda P Racing are different from everyone else and are running a Java code base, so it'll be interesting to see if they've made any improvements this week. And it'll be good to see how they get on as well. Really busy heat, this one. And finally, we have Pyborg House Robot, which is... No, not Wahoo. We can't cheer on the house robot. It has the basic code that everyone's handed at the start of the contest. We've done no tweaks to it, made no improvements, no nothing. So it will just drive like it was stolen. Probably. I thought you were about to say something, then you looked at me like you wanted to say something.
I was just giving you the thumbs up. We're ready to go. So.
It's I can tell you've been engineering today because it's a grubby thumb.
Yeah, it is a very grubby thumb.
It's an engineering thumb today. Been busy on the old Doodleboard today?
No, actually, I was working on my MGB today.
It's not work.
All right, it's not work, but it was interesting.
It's him telling me, I've had such a busy day. I've done so much today. I've been so busy. I was in the pub and I worked on my MGB. You haven't worked. You've had fun.
It was only for about half an
Liar.
hour.
I was wrangling with WordPress today
and
crying over my lunch because I couldn't get the calendar working that I wanted to. Fun. Yeah, think of me. Right, yes, let's get started with racing. I digress. We'll get going, yes please.
Okay, start light sequence please.
So, really excited to see how this heat goes. A lot of big names in this one. Let's see, green, red, green, and we'll be away. Swinders on the middle lane there, I believe. They're all away. Lambda P made a very good start there, along with the house robot, but it's now been collided. Now Swinders has collected everyone else. Everyone's just stopped. Is everyone going to get free? Everyone's free now. Lambda P have made a run for it along with the Halo Goodalls, and I think that's the upside down house robot there, just making a run for it. Possibly Team Skedsmo, I'm looking wrong. Swinders is going the wrong way at the moment, not looking good. But that looks like that is the Halo Goodalls and Lambda P putting in their first laps, really battling with each other there on the first corner. Let's see, House 2 and Skedsmo 2 have come through. Well, I've been trying to practice, I promise. But Swinders has yet to put in a lap. Hopefully that will change. It looks like everyone's going the right way now. So, fingers crossed, we'll all get some laps under our belts tonight and get going. Yes, Swinders, drive it like it was stolen. It's how you refer to, fast cars and stuff. I always say, ride my bike like it's stolen. Probably not the most pleasing thing ever, but hey.
Is that running away from the police or
It
something?
is, yeah. Getting away from the fuzz. Right, I'll slide up on my chair because I'm slowly sort of falling onto the floor tonight for some reason. So, Haley Goodalls are just just collided there, as I've literally mentioned their name, like fate. They collided with the Code Club robot there and stopped in the corner, which is giving Swinders a chance to catch up again and unlap. There we go, I think he just has unlapped himself around the Haley Goodalls. So now they're on the same lap, so this could be Swinders catching up. Lambda P seems to be struggling with that first corner. Shizmo is struggling tonight, not doing as well as they have done previously, so hopefully a chance to catch up for them. The upside down red robot is the Code Club robot. Let's see where we're at now with another lap down. That is Lambda P now taking the lead from Haley Goodalls. House 2 coming through after that, so they've overtaken Haley Goodalls as well. It looks like there's a bit of a collision there, three-way robot collision in the S's, which I think is giving Lambda P a bit more of a time to squeeze through there. Or is that Lambda P in the collision? I think that could be Lambda P in the collision actually. There, sorry, I'm losing track of my robots already. Unsurprising. Let's see, somebody stopped on the S's. Oh no, just a momentary pause. Oh, three-way crash there. Swinders now on 5 laps, the same as Lambda P's. House 2 is now in the lead. Haley Goodalls in second, Lambda P in third. It looks like everyone's all tangled up tonight. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top of this one, rather. Chopping and changing in these early stages. See, Haley Goodalls now creeping up to the lead again with 7 laps. The red robot there is the Team Chesmo robot there. She's making it go backwards, causing trouble for everyone else in the S's. Swinders managed to avoid there neatly as he came round. There's Lambda P there up the front, and the Haley Goodalls there just going past along with Swinders. It's very tight. I wouldn't like to be Aaron up there tonight. This is a difficult one. Everyone's very busy and close together in little bundles. But very close. This is anyone's to have, really. I think the Haley Goodalls have currently got the upper hand, being a lap ahead. But it's very, very tight. Very tight. There's the Haley Goodalls 9 laps in now. Only 3 minutes in as well. This is really busy. Who knew? I think the Chesmo robot has actually just clocked up another lap now. I think they're all going in the right direction again. Looking good. So as long as the Haley Goodalls can keep it tidy and keep it clean here, I think they'll be alright. See who's who. Somebody upside down. Oh, 2 robots collide there. Beautiful pirouette, whoever that was on the inside. That was a green lit robot. The Haley Goodalls there having a bit of a pirouette, being flipped upside down by Lambda P, I believe. There is the Code Club robot on the inside there. Activity in the S's as well. Lots of upside down robots now. Somebody going the wrong way. Oh, no, we're all going the right way now. Quite a few upside down robots tonight. The green one there of the Haley Goodalls, just trying to decide what to do. Swinders now on 10 laps with everyone else, so currently catching up. The only robot that we're around at the moment could get here the lead. I believe they have overtaken the Haley Goodalls. Oh no, the Haley Goodalls are just ahead. So I miscalculated that. But Swinders has definitely made a run back now. They're on the same lap. So this is exciting. They could catch up here. I can see they're making grounds on the Haley Goodalls. So there's the Haley Goodalls there. They've just overtaken their Swinders, gone round the Haley Goodalls. So that's a move up for them. Can they catch up Lambda P now on their 12th lap? Let's see. Swinders and the Haley Goodalls coming through. The House Robot's still on 11 laps. Hopefully that won't do any better than that. Please. Ooh, who's that in the corner? That is the Chesmo robot there, catching the wall, I think. And now righting themselves there the right way up, and that is Swinders just zipping through, I think. That was a blue light robot there, as I just saw. Swinders has taken the lead. There we go. So we've clawed it back. He's got round Lambda P at somewhere on the track and has managed to put in another lap, but is now settled into the rhythm of the race at the halfway point. Looking like 13 laps for Swinders now, and has taken the lead from Lambda P and the Haley Goodalls. Excellent. This is looking good for Swinders. Will definitely secure his lead. The Haley Goodalls were the closest competitors to Swinders in this heat, but it's still fairly tight at the top. I seem to remember I have points somewhere. I'll go and find them on the internet and see exactly how tight it is at the top. I've got positioning but not scores, which is not all the information I need. So let's see, Swinders is currently 4 points ahead of the Haley Goodalls. So the Haley Goodalls will have to secure the win, I think, in order to go close to Swinders, I believe, if I remember my points rightly. So Lambda P now clicking for another point. So they're 10 points behind. They can't overtake Swinders in this instance, but at least the win would bring them closer. I think Swinders does need the win in order to stay on top. And Swinders battling with the Code Club robot now. So is this a chance for Lambda P to get a lap through? Oh, the house robot just colliding there. I think. Oh, that's Swinders and Lambda P colliding. Oh goodness me, it's all going off now. We've got the Hail of Goodalls collecting them, I think. That is Swinders there upside down going through. Closely followed by the house robot that's 2 laps behind, so we're not so bothered about that. That can do whatever it likes. Oh, Lambda P just colliding with Swinders. I think that is Lambda P overtaking Swinders, but now Swinders having a bit of a go back to stop them from overtaking. This is really tight. Oh, Swinders has got a battle on his hands now to try and keep the lead from these robots. Being upside down makes control a little more difficult. I think closer to the ground, the camera's different, it's all upside down. But looks like he's doing okay at the moment, still holding the lead. Oh no, going backwards. Oh, Swinders. That's it, self-right yourself. I see you on the wall. No, oh, still upside down. This is very busy now. I think the house robot has just overtaken Lambda P now to move into 2nd place. We don't care about the house robot. I'm not bothered by that. We can let them carry on doing what they're doing. Let's see where Swinders is now. Lambda P has just crossed the line with a lap. They're battling with someone on the straight there. There is Swinders upside down, just creeping out of the headbanger corner there, crossing the line. 19th lap there, nailed in the bag. Let's see how they do. Keep going. Tim, any comments?
The robots are going around the track.
You're so good at this.
I know.
He's a natural commentator. So good at this. Would you like my chair?
This is why I don't commentate.
Would you like my chair? So Swinders 20th lap now. Good stuff. Is Swinders the right way up? No, still upside down. But still going round. I think now coming round to lap Lambda P. If the Code Club robot has anything now, Swinders is the right way up again. Excellent. Nope, now he's the wrong way up. Oh, so close. Snatching the right way up from the wrong way up. Jaws of defeat, sort of thing. I'm mixing my metaphors tonight. I'm sorry, everyone. Hot mess tonight of metaphors. Looking good though. House robot now taking the lead. Swinders just crossing the line behind them. We definitely cannot have the house robot putting in more laps than Swinders here now, so hopefully it'll die soon. I don't know. Can I request that that's what gets put in the house robots? There's a kill code after it does like 10 laps.
No, we can't change it.
Mean. So mean. Ooh, this is so close. So Swinders is right up now, just mirroring the Hail of Goodalls there as they come round. It's all very tight. Lambda P, I think, have overtaken Swinders now, but that's how close it is. Literally a corner separates the 2 of them, with the Hail of Goodalls just sandwiching neatly between them 2 laps down. So hopefully they will... that is the house robot. Oh, that is the Hail of Goodalls. Lambda P, Swinders is now attacking the house robot, and the Code Club robot is stuck there as well. Oh, it's busy. A lot going on in this one. It's tight. It's really anyone's for taking. Last minute to go now. Probably fit in 2 or 3 more laps, I think, each. Maybe calling it a day. In this heat, anyway. Let's see how we do. Lambda P, Swinders, House 2, all on 24 laps. This is going to be tight. This is going to go down to the last second. Let's see what happens. House robot's still going. Surprise. There we go. Yeah, I said that, Swinders. Can they have a timeout and pull over after 8 minutes? Of Swinders, yes. I'd like that put in. Please, if possible. Just because, nobody wants to see them winning. Ever. Or maybe can they be told to just run in the red lane on the outside to be the biggest laps? The biggest laps. That would be great. 2, 1... And that's it, race over with the top 3 robots on 26 laps apiece. So that is tight. But that means I think Swinders maintains his lead at the top of the Formula Pi leaderboard, despite only getting 3rd tonight. I think the Hail of Goodalls are just below them, so that means that Swinders maintains his lead. So the results are as follows in reverse order. Team Chesma in 5th place with 14 laps, sorry. The Hail of Goodalls in 4th place with 25 laps, which is really respectable for 4th place. That's a big lap count, even for 4th. I told you this was a tight heat. In 3rd place, Swinders with 26 laps. In 2nd place, Lambda P with 26 laps. And in first place, the House Robot with 26 laps, which will be ignored because it doesn't count. They'll get the points, but they'll get taken out at the end before we go to the eliminators, and you won't even know they were there. Just pretend they weren't even there. Right. So now I have one more heat to do for this week, and then we are done. I will do my sponsors message first before I announce anything. Formula Pi sponsors, lovely people who helped us out along the way, along with all the beautiful people who backed us on Kickstarters, our lovely competitors who race week in, week out, and we love them very much. Electromaker.io, a hardware hacker community. Go and check out electromaker.io and join in with the community, show them your hardware hacks, share your work with them, and it'll be amazing. Next up, the lovely Pi Moroni on Sheffield-on-Sea. Beautiful add-on boards for the Raspberry Pi, beautiful new board I saw released yesterday. Go and check out their website and go and buy some stuff because they're awesome. Self-driving track days, Alex and the team bringing real-life, proper-sized cars that are fully autonomous to you as a track day experience. Check them out. IQ Audio, competitors in Formula Pi, and also vendors of lovely audio, hats, DACs, amps, everything you need for the Raspberry Pi. Next up, ITI, data migration experts, and the lovely people I work for and design software for. So go and check out CADfix, which is the package I make. It's brilliant. It does everything you need for CAD and translation and migration and all sorts of beautiful things. POSIX, GPS positioning add-on boards for the Raspberry Pi, the Arduino, various different boards. Used in our Raptor class, which we'll be demoing later on in the series. The lovely hot packers, Hannah and Tristan, based in Canterbury. They do brew days. Check them out on Facebook and join in a brew day if you're in the area. Mod My Pi, our friends down in Tunbridge Wells, who we sell all of our boards through now. So check out Mod My Pi's website for all of their beautiful add-on kits for the Raspberry Pi. And if you want to sponsor Formula Pi next year, we'd love to hear from you. info@formulapi.com. Find us on Twitter @formulapi_. That's about it, really. So this heat, we're here. We have a bit of an announcement from last night. We had Ecstatic, who ran in the first heat last night. Their robot, we looked at the robot when it came off the track, and we put it on the calibration rig to check that the camera wasn't quite... Well, to check the camera was working. And we found that it wasn't quite aligned as well as some of the other robots. So, in view of that, we've taken their robot from that heat, we've repaired it and calibrated it as we normally do, and we've put it back in the race for tonight to give them a second chance so that it eliminates all possible doubt that the hardware was to blame for them not starting last night. If they fail to start tonight, that is it. Game over for Ecstatic, but we are giving them a second chance tonight, so they have replaced the second house robot that was supposed to be in this heat. So, I've just noticed my spin view has probably not been updated. It has been updated to reflect this. Well, aren't we organised?
We try to be. We aren't, but we try to be.
We make an effort and we try. So, I will introduce who is going to be in this heat tonight. First up, on the outside, we have Team Lamillo from Sedgefield in the UK, new Formula Pi competitors for this year, currently sitting 12th in the leaderboard. Had some fairly good results, I think, from the testing. I remember seeing them whizzing around doing quite well, so hopefully tonight they will pick up their racing and do really well. What I hope for everyone, I hope everyone does well.
Everyone's your favourite.
Everyone's my favourite. Next up, we got Fast Star, who had a bit of a torrid race last time. They didn't get away from the line. They didn't start very well and really struggled with the racing conditions. They are currently sitting 17th in the leaderboard. Hopefully tonight we'll see them get off the line, get started and get racing. They are from Toronto in Canada, and like I said, new to Formula Pi again this year. Next up, the one where I try not to swear, it's Chitty Chitty Pie Pie. Careful on the pronunciation there, guys. From Poole in the UK, they are actually the Electromaker IO team. Who have done well this year as well, so far sitting 13th. Room for improvement, lots of work still to do, but looking good for them, and hopefully they will do well. And in the next lane we have Raspares del Infierno, who have been with us for 2 seasons of Formula Pi now, our favourites from Madrid in Spain. And they've come 3rd and then 5th, so they're in the final 2 years running. Can they make it a 3rd year? This time they're sitting 16th in the leaderboard. It's been a bit of a torrid time. I think George got bashed in one of the earlier heats. His battery fell out, so he's not done so well. And finally, like I said in the announcement, it is Ecstatic on the outside from Volkswagen in Germany. They are sitting 7th in the leaderboard, so quite a good way up. On the inside, hopefully tonight they will get away and it wasn't the hardware that was a problem. If they don't get away now, then we know it's not the hardware because we've carefully calibrated everything.
Yeah, he's definitely a correctly calibrated robot.
Good,
so,
and I can see a
it doesn't start,
slightly
it's not
white-coloured light underneath the robot there.
Yeah. Yep, Aaron's fixed that. That was Aaron's fault. He did put the wrong colour under last night. So
Right. So it was.
So part of it was Aaron's fault. The other part we're not entirely sure, but as the camera wasn't calibrated correctly, we gave the benefit of the doubt and run again. So
Swinders asked who calibrated the robot.
well, that would be me. Yeah.
I'm not pointing any fingers.
Yeah.
But the one who's spending all of his time working on his MGB was responsible for the robots. So I'm not saying anything.
We are ready to go.
Okay,
When you are.
then let's go.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So green, red, green, and then we'll be away as per usual. Nothing new there. But looking for a good race tonight. Hopefully Ecstatic on the right will get away this time. And they haven't. So, telling stuff indeed. You're off the hook, Tim.
Yes.
It's not your fault. But everyone else is having a good old set to in that first corner. So, see how we do. Who's first through? Raz Paris del Infierno setting up that first lap. So hopefully George's will be redemption for you tonight. Swinders says not a blame culture, just get it right, Tim.
Right.
Firm but fair. I think that's. I'll make sure that that message is passed
it
on.
It was fairly well calibrated. It just wasn't perfect.
But as we've seen now, there is obviously a code problem too. So we will investigate that fully with the logs, and we will get back to the Ecstatic team and help them out with that, because we're nice people, as you can see, by letting people who don't start have another go. But that won't do well for their standing in the leaderboard. However, Rasparas del Infierno now blazing away with 3 laps done. I think that will serve them very, very well, and will boost them up the leaderboard. Let me go and have a look at the old leaderboard and see how far behind. They're actually on 0 points, so that could bump them up as high as 8th or 9th. That could be really good. Nice, Rasparas del Infierno. That would put you in eliminator territory. Oh, just hitting the wall. I'm not saying anything. I think that's Lamillo just sneaking through there, getting a bit of a lead now.
Getting very, very close to Ecstatic as they go by.
Yeah, they are getting very, very close indeed. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's just too close. Within a hair's width of that robot. Just buzzing the wheels as they go by. Seems like Rasparas del Infierno are loving the walls. Proper tyre buzzing as they go past all of the walls. But they are really cutting a chase now behind Lamillo, and Farstar as well have got away, which is great. They were struggling, like I said, and didn't get away. They're also on 0 points, but 4 laps in total put in. So, yeah, that's the I can't tell. Is that the Hackster IO robot? That's the Electromaker IO robot. Sorry, it confuses me. The numbers at the front. I think they're going in reverse all the time, and I get really excited because I think they're going backwards, but they're not. This is a tight race as well. Actually, we've got 4 robots here that are very, very close. It looks like Lamillo just have the edge, but by only a car's length, really. It's anyone's game, and Rasparas del Infierno gets so close to them, as you can see coming through that corner. You've got the red light robot of Team Lamillo, and then you've got the yellow light robot on Rasparas del Infierno. So here they are. There's Lamillo. There's Rasparas. Oh, they get so close to that robot. Now, push
it out of the way.
Oh well, that is just making sure that they don't get any closer there. I believe that is Cheeky Cheeky Pie Pie just snow ploughing them off the track. Like, guys, struggling with this. I'll move that for you, and they have, and now everything's fine. There's now no panic. But Lamillo and Rasparas are really slipstreaming each other here. This is going to come down to line choice. This is going to come down to speed through the corners and avoiding everyone else. This is going to be tight. Oh, Lamillo got so close to the back there of Farstar. Now we've got 4 robots. Stopping and starting. I think Lamillo there just got caught up behind one of them, but have managed to clear one track. You need little blue flags out, Tim. He's be up there with little blue flags, just like in Formula 1, that everyone can then ignore, just like in Formula 1.
Well, yeah.
Or you need, like in Fearwreck, where the guys that are in the LMP1 cars come zipping by all the other guys and they flash their lights really hard. You need 2 little LEDs at the front, like flashing lights, so you get out of the way.
Extra 50 horsepower lights.
Could do that. We could do that, maybe. Well, shout out to Fearweck. Swinders says you're doing great, Tim.
Thank you.
No one's picking on you. Everyone's friendly here. Everyone loves you. Settled in now. I'm pleased Farstar's doing well. Ecstatic not starting though, not great for them. That'll definitely put them down the leaderboard a little bit now, I think.
I'm really pleased to see there's some avoidance code going on at the same time. There are people that are backing off and avoiding colliding with other robots.
There is Electromagnetic I can see doing it, and they've got a little. I think it might be a little bit tentative because you can see them stopping, reversing, and then going forwards again. So it's kind of like
there, just exactly there.
Well, you're saying there.
Well, on the screen.
On the screen that you're seeing.
Wow.
Oh, is Ecstatic going? Hang on. Zombie robot. Hello. What's happened here? Newsflash. Somebody's started. Is that all 5 going now?
That is all 5 going. So
well,
that's a development.
That is that certainly is a development. Not the expected one, certainly. So Ecstatic now have just put in their first lap after 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us this evening, Ecstatic, and just deciding to suddenly race. Wow, watch them win this now. It's a bit far back for that. Everyone stopped. That is a turn up for the books. Maybe they just needed a bit of a shunt. Maybe there was a bit of a, come on lads, we want to see you going. Wow, and I think Adam has joined us from Team Enigma, saying there's some really nice clean racing going on. There really is. It's brilliant. Both these heats have been absolutely fabulous in terms of clean racing and good driving. It's looking very good. Commentator's curse, yeah, sorry. It's just as 2 robots just smashing into each other on the screen. I believe that's Team Lamillo and the Electromaker IO team just having a bit of a set too. But that could leave the door open for Rasperas now because Lamillo have struggled to get around the corner. Rasperas are somewhere in the vicinity. They must be nearby. Oh, they're a bit further behind than I thought then. I thought they were really close. There's Rasperas coming across the line. But now they could overtake Lamillo. They've all of a sudden caught up and I think that's them round. They just collided with Farstar, letting a Lamillo get away. Oh, Farstar just colliding with Rasperas, stopping them from making the overtake. Somebody's going backwards. But Rasperas and Fiona are off again, gaining on Lamillo every corner. Lamillo seems to be struggling upside down, and I think this will be Rasperas overtaking them as they're going to this corner. So here we go. Here's the manoeuvre. Oh, I called it. It didn't happen. Could it be here? This has to be it now. Oh. They just dragged each other into the... Oh, no. No. Oh, Georges, no. No. Reverse. Yes. Yes. Reverse. Yes. Reverse succeeded. There we go. Whew. That was tight there for a little minute. That was a bit scary. Rasparas Piano now taking the lead. Clearly, Lamillo were struggling upside down. Lamillo are now the right way up. They're just going into the headbanger corner. Going towards the finish line. Ecstatic are now on their way but causing chaos for everyone. 6 laps completed though, which is good stuff. And yeah, as Swinders is saying, there's some really good avoidance here, and like people looking at the scenery and sort of deciding, actually, do you know what, I'm not going to charge into this, I'm just going to ease off the gas a bit or reverse, maybe have a bit of a reevaluate and set off again, which is great, it's brilliant. Really loving seeing that. Some really good clean racing here as the Electromaker IO team. Well, that's Farstar going backwards now. Ecstatic on 8 laps, picking up some laps now. Can they catch up with Chicky Pie Pie before the end? They're on 18 laps, 10 lap gap, 2 minutes. Unlikely. Short of everyone stopping. No, I don't even think we can get 10 laps in. About 6 or 7 maybe? We're looking at about 15 seconds average lap. 13 is the current best by the IT guy, which was set last year. I don't think we've had him even get close to it yet. But we've not done many timed laps, have we? So we've not really set any sort of super fast times. Now Lamillo have taken the lead again. Clearly Rasparas getting stuck somewhere. But Lamillo are back upside down again. So this could give Rasparas a chance to get back around again. There they go, so I think that is Rasparas now overtaking again back into the lead from Lamillo. Lamillo now the right way up, and this is coming into the last minute. This is incredibly tense between these top 2. I think Farstar is probably a little bit too far out of touch now to catch up. This is tight. Rasparas now taking the lead. Lamillo giving very good chase behind them. And Ecstatic have just clocked their 10th lap. Brilliant. I'm pleased they set off. I wonder what made them set off, because they were sort of shunted quite a few times, weren't they? And then they sort of decided, oh yeah, right, okay, we better go now. Things were in the way. Sorry, guys. We'll get out your way now. This is great. This is so tense. Rasparra still holding onto the lead there, but only by maybe 3 or 4 car lengths, maybe. It's a bit difficult to judge from these slightly fish-eyed lenses as to how far things are away. Call it a third of a straight. There you go. We'll go with that. So there is... brilliant inside line there. Oh, but just attacking the wall. I think that was Ecstatic. Now Rasparra Fiano coming through, bashing onto the robot there of Tutti Piper, I believe, possibly. Difficult to tell between the blue and the white. Maybe Ecstatic. So Rasparra Fiano... Ecstatic just spinning round. Like, sorry, I am in your way. I've seen the blue flag. I will spin round you and get out the way. Final 4 seconds now, and it looks like the win is Rasparra's. That's it, just before they can sneak in their pedal and stopping beautifully on the finishing line and turning their light off. Is that real? Does that really happen? But they both... Oh, you guys surprise me every week. This is the best. They just stopped there and turned their lights off. Power saving mode. Oh, that's so lovely. To recap on this second of this amazingly tight racing tonight. Finally, in 5th place, Ecstatic with 13 laps after a sleepy start, deciding to join us at about the 9-minute mark, clocking up 13 laps, which is really, really good. In 4th place, it is Tutti Piper with 21 laps, a bit of a mixed bag for them. Good start, then slowed down a bit. Farstar in 3rd place with 23 laps. Again, great to see the team going. I know they've been struggling to get going, but that's a great result for them. Good lap count as well, 23 laps. In 2nd place, dicing for the 1st place position all race long, but just not quite making it stick. Team Lamillo from Sedgefield in the UK. And in 1st place, with the well-deserved 10 points after a bit of a torrid Formula Pi start, it is Rasparra Stellinfierno. It is only upwards from here for you guys, I am sure. I want to say felicidades. Is that like congratulations in Spanish? Maybe. My Spanish is really bad. It may even be happy birthday.
Could be.
I know lots of Spanish swear words, which is not suitable for here, as well as the English ones. But yeah, Narcos has not taught me enough good Spanish that's not swearing. But yeah, congratulations, guys. Well done. Brilliant racing. And great racing from everyone tonight. 2 really fantastic heats. And yeah. Announcements. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another collision detection round. Hopefully, everyone will be all right for that.
I thought you said hopefully, as in we'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully, well, what's going to happen?
I don't know. The end of the world between now and then. I've got a lot on, you know.
We will definitely be back in 2 weeks.
I'll definitely be back in 2 weeks. With the collision stuff, please keep your eye on the YouTube channel for the live feed thing that will get put up. I will put it up in a few days, probably. They are saying gracias, so I imagine I have said the right thing. Thanks, guys. Other announcements, piewars.org. Get your spectator tickets for Pie Wars. We'd love to see you there. It's in Cambridge in the UK this year. First weekend in April, we'll be there with a stand, dancing around or looking very tired, probably. Most likely for us. Next up, if you head to Guild of Makers on Twitter, the lovely Dr. Lucy Rogers has started up a group for makers and from all different disciplines, so not just hardware and robotics, but if you happen to make clothes, if you do woodwork, if you do metalwork, if you do anything that makes things, join the Guild of Makers. Check out memberships now available for becoming founder members of the Guild of Makers. I've joined. I am a founder member, and so is Tim. Yes, I think I was the first one.
You were, yeah.
But
you beat me by a long way.
I'm not going to brag about that forever.
I didn't take very. As soon as I heard, I was on it, and I was,
7th.
Yeah, 7th or something. Yeah. Terrible.
But go and join it. Check it out. It's a wonderful group. We meet on Twitter on a Wednesday at the moment. Soon to be meeting in real life as well. So check them out. And that's it. Announcements done.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much in the chats. Have a good couple of weeks, and we will speak to you in 2 weeks' time. I'll go and find the date so I can shout it out right now. Dates. Dum, ba, dum, bum, bum. Challenge round 3, Wednesday, 28th of February, which is exactly 2 weeks yesterday. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good few weeks, and speak to you then. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.